Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! If you were a video game fan in the late 80s, early 90s, then there's a good chance that you have at least some familiarity with the Ninja Gaiden franchise. From the 1988 arcade release to the NES Classic and the many games that followed it, the series has certainly had its ups and downs, experiencing the highs of a reboot in 2004 to the lows of 2012's critically panned Ninja Gaiden 3. You just never know what you're going to get from a new Ninja Gaiden title. But the series is looking to rebound, with Ninja Gaiden 4 being co-developed by Team Ninja and Platinum Games, along with the topic of today's video, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which calls back more to the 8 and 16-bit eras of gaming. I recently got to go hands-on with a 1-hour demo of the game, and while it doesn't fully capture the atmosphere of the series' very best, it feels like a very fun entry in its own right. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, much like its early predecessors, is a 2D action platformer. While Ryu Hayabusa is here once more, he seems to serve as more of a mentor for Ragebound's Kenji Mozu, who himself comes from the Hayabusa village. This demo jumps between different chapters of the game, so it's difficult to get the full scope of the story, but the full release will be told in a cohesive chronological order. You aren't just playing as Kenji either, as certain moments of gameplay will require you to swap over to the assassin Kumori, giving the game a bit of a team dynamic feel. While Kenji can slash through and pogo bounce off of enemies, Kumori sees things Kenji cannot and is able to traverse tricky platforming sections with ease. The dynamic works well, and I had a great time playing as both characters. Now, if you know anything about Ninja Gaiden, it's the difficulty of the series, so you might be wondering just how challenging Ragebound is, and to my surprise, the challenge felt somewhat manageable here, though certainly not a walk in the park. If you are struggling, there's an assist mode available which allows you to adjust sliders for game speed, damage, and more. This isn't your granddaddy's Ninja Gaiden either, as there are some newfangled mechanics to learn. As the title implies, you can build up your rage through striking down foes, eventually unleashing a massive attack which can clear out the entire screen. There's plenty of your standard wall climbing and sticking to walls, but I was surprised at just how important the guillotine boost is. This maneuver is actually a central aspect of gameplay, which requires you to strike an enemy or object at the right moment in order to propel yourself forward to reach higher places or clear large gaps. It definitely takes some getting used to, but once mastered, it feels smooth and rewarding in the context of the game. Another new element in Ragebound is the aura system, where killing enemies with a visible aura around them will grant you a powerful strike that kills foes in a single blow. There is also a secret technique that will grant you the same effect, but at the cost of some of your health. Eventually, there are multiple types of enemy auras which will require you to use the right kind of attack to earn the aura ability, so you'll certainly have to keep your wits about you. And yes, there are secondary projectile attacks as well. As you can tell, this is a bit deeper than your retro Ninja Gaiden games, and ultimately, it has a substantially different feel to it. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about Ninja Gaiden Ragebound just yet. I'm stuck somewhere between enjoying these new mechanics, but kind of missing the streamlined yet challenging feel of the original games. I'm also not in love with the way the story beats are presented so far. While yes, the story is presented out of order in the demo, there is a distinctly different tone to the narrative and dialogue. When compared to the dark and brooding stories of the original trilogy, Ragebound attempts to be more with the times, but almost to a fault. But on a more positive note, the visuals are looking stellar and the soundtrack is quite good, though it is difficult to live up to the iconic melodies of the NES Classic. Those are some pretty big shoes to fill. Not really fair to compare those soundtracks to any game. They're just legendary. All told, I remain optimistic about this new take on Ninja Gaiden and look forward to trying the full release when it drops next month. Hey, at least we know it's not going to be a stealth drop. Get it, ninjas? In the meantime, this demo will have to suffice. I do believe it's a part of Next Fest, so you might be able to check it out for yourself. Head over to the Steam page, but don't hold me to that. How are you feeling about this fresh take on a classic franchise? Let me know in the comments below, and voice to the voiceless, I'll see you in the next video.